Now. Okay. So, first thing I want to tell you is, do you see my shirt? It is not, my shirt is not a Send in the Music shirt. It is an Arizona basketball shirt because my nephew is the assistant coach of the University of Arizona basketball team. And they are playing in Florida, Central Florida. Today, they are at the University of Central Florida. So if we go to the game to see him, we never get to talk to him. So we went out to dinner last night with him, and he showed up with shirts for everybody in the family who's going to the game. Now, I'm not going because I'm here with you, and I want you to know I love you that much that I'm not going to the game, but I had to wear a shirt. So, yay for the University of Arizona. They are number one right now, rated number one, and it's pretty exciting. Anyway, okay, so next week our theme is make it minor. So take any song and turn it into a minor song, which Lori Alsobrook, are you here? I'm going to unmute you because I
I
want you
sure
to.
am here.
How would people do that? How would they turn a song into minor?
Well, I'll tell you next week, but I can tell you right now, put it on capo 1. That's the easiest minor to find it in. And then whatever song you're playing, bump it up one. Like, for instance, next week I'm doing Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Start it on a 3 instead of a 2.
So just move everything up one.
Just
Okay.
bump everything up one thing. Go Tell Aunt Rhody should be a sad song after all. So
So
that's how you can do it.
well, the reason I wanted you to tell people is because I don't want them to be afraid not to be song leaders when it's that easy to convert a song to E minor
Right.
or minor, any minor,
So here
right?
with capo 1 1, you usually start Go Talent Roadie with a 2, and if you start it on a 3. And if you arpeggiate, it really does make it gorgeous. Okay, quick lesson on making it minor. Have
Okay,
fun.
thank you. So I need song leaders. And if you want to be really adventurous, you can decide to be a song leader and take a song and turn it into a minor song. That was Cindy Lubecki. You can blame her for this because she said, oh, that would be a great theme. And here we are, Cindy. It's going to be our theme next week. I told you that we had a mystery guest here today who was going to teach us something new, and I made a mistake. That person's coming next week, but we have a great mystery guest. We have a reprise for today, and I think you'll be excited about it because we don't see this person around very much anymore. Okay, and then, the person who's coming next week is going to show you something different that you can do with the dulcimer. Very interesting. I have to tell you, very interesting. Okay, with that said, I'm sharing my screen. We're going to the No Frills girls. Share, share. Aha. Oh, that's not their music. Wait a second. I was practicing. You can tell. Here we go. Goodbye, Eliza Jane.
It's time for No
No
Frills.
frills.
Plus, today is Goodbye Liza Jane, one of the wonderful Liza Jane songs.
And if you notice, we have a retro shirt here.
Retro.
Whoa.
Because I came into town without my shirt. And Jean said, hey, use this. Flashback. Let's go ahead and play it. Speaking of retro style, the way we did it in No Frills 1.0. All quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now go on. that's so that you could have a taste of how it was just straight up quarter notes, which was a great way to learn it. But now we're adding things like some syncopation, because when you sing it, you say, going down to Cairo. So we've added that little eighth note there. And in the B part, we've added some chords and we've added some middle strings. So let's play it.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4. String. Really work when you're going out in. So you got that going down to Cairo. And that pulling it in gives you that syncopation there. And then on that, the 7th measure, out and out. There you go. Breaking it down. Okay, we'll come back to it. Now for the B part, you've got a 101. Coming along and a 013. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's play through the whole thing.
All right.
And I'm going to mix it up a little bit in the B part. Jean's going to stay with as it's written with the new chords that we added, and then I'm going to add some harmony to it.
I like that.
All right. And my harmony, by the way, in case you want to try it with me, is if she's playing O, I'm playing it too. I'm a third up. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's really a fun tune to play.
Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it too, because we had a good time with it.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. The river, whatever flows through Cairo, not Cairo, it's not Nile. I know you know that.
But I'm in denial.
In denial.
I had to wait 1 second till we got to the thanks for watching screen. We have another video to watch, and this is Jamie Mayhem, who's not here. She's busy dealing with her house stuff still. You know, they had a flood in their house, and it rained. It's a long story. Anyway, but she made this video, and she is our really techie person, and she's going to do In the Forest Beyond the Lake for us, and you'll see that this is by Tull Glazener, and he gave her permission to do this. So let me go ahead and start her.
Hello, Send in the Music friends. My name is Jamie Mayhem, and since today is all about playing with partners, I've made a video where I've recorded myself playing 3 parts to a song and then layered everything together. The song is called In the Forest Beyond the Lake. It's a wonderful waltz, and this arrangement is by Tull Glazener. He actually has 6 parts to this arrangement, although we'll be just looking at 3 of them today. The book is available on his website. I suggest you check it out. The title of the book is 3 String Waltzes for 2 or More. Full of great stuff. One of the things you can also do today, other than picking a part and just playing along the part you choose, or try all 3, is you could try playing backup or accompany chords with this as well. I'll put some chord numbers up on the screen if you choose to do that, but this is a good way to practice listening for changes and playing with other people. So, oh, the other thing I've done is I've used some software called Band in a Box to make a backing track. So you'll hear some percussion and some piano going on in the background that's going to help us keep our beat. And if any of you practice with a metronome, this is set at 95 beats a minute. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you around the jam. Thanks.
Oh, I missed some of the page, but you've got all those parts there. She's got counter melody, and she's got, I think, 6 or 7 parts. And Jamie, thank you for being our techie, and thank you for that. Cindy Farley wrote, Jamie, this is so cool. Tull will be proud of you. And it's really true. He would be. Okay, so I'm going to stop that. I'm going to stop my share because we're coming back around to our live song leaders. And let me see, I have to think about what I'm doing. As Laurie Alsobrook says, it helps if you talk to yourself. Okay, so here we have Jean. And Jean, you have a story to tell about this, don't you?
Oh, I have so many stories to tell. This is just a wonderful tune. I like it a lot. And I was I downloaded some tab that was impossible, but Lori Alsobrook was at my house on Thursday. She took a sound clip home to listen to in her car, which is, a good half hour, 35, 40 minutes from my house. And that night she tabbed it out in a playable version that I just can't believe she did that. It's not like she doesn't have other things on her plate, but I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful for two things, for her friendship and also for her dedication to the Dulcimer community. She certainly doesn't have to do all that she does for us, and yet she does. And I'm sorry for my absence a second ago. My next door neighbors moved out about a month ago, and they just showed up at my door, the mom and these 2 little adorable kids. I haven't seen them in a month, and it was like, oh no, I can't talk to you. Go away, go away. And they went away. So I'm back, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to see all of you. So without much more ado, here we go. This is To Drive the Cold Winter Away. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you can't see
Okay.
me shake my head, but yes.
Okay, great.
No, 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 you have to play it one more time. It's so
Oh.
It was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, we have Lori to thank for that.
Well, it's the player, too. I think that was just marvelous.
Isn't that a
What a
beautiful
beautiful,
tab?
so relaxing
Oh
and
my
sweet.
goodness.
Yes. Thank you, Jean.
Well, thank you and thank Lori.
I'm glad you jumped in to do it for sure. We are going to Pennsylvania now. I know that
Yeah, I had somebody come in. I'm coming.
you're coming. Okay, that's okay. We can sit here and look at Jean for a little longer. Oh, look at Ginny and Tom came back in their outfits. Lori, I hope your camera's going. Anyway, anyway, they decided to play Over the River and Through the Woods again, and I said go for it because it's a song about snow.
Well, thank you very much. We did have a busy week this week, and so like when Pat said, "Why you can just do that next week," I'm like, "Oh yeah, we can do that." And so if it looks like deja vu all over again, yes, these are our costumes for today. It did snow here last night. We only had like 4 inches, but yeah, we had to go out and he was out longer than I was shoveling out. That took him about an hour. God bless him. Anyway, I got to tell you. Yesterday we played at a senior center, my group, Sandy Lick Mountain Dulcimer players. We played at a senior center about 20 miles away from us. And if you've never played at one of these places, you got to give it a try. These people can be so entertaining. We think we're entertaining. These people are very much entertaining as well for us. When I show them what a dulcimer is and all that, then I show them that we play by using a tab that has numbers on it. Okay, I don't have to show them the whole thing. They know boiling cabbage. But I show them that, and then after I talk about it a little bit, then I pass it around and I tell them, okay, now you got to take a look at the back because this is an honest to God real toad. Okay, my niece, her first degree was in graphic arts. And so she does goofy things like she will get a toad out of her backyard and position it in the grass. And then she will, this is an actual little dulcimer. She made a little dulcimer about that big and she gave it to him. And near as I can tell, he's doing a G chord. So, okay, I passed this little guy around yesterday. And, people were talking and they were interested. And then one guy in the back, he says, I got a question. I says, yeah? He says, how often does that toad practice? I didn't see that one coming at all. So he's just as entertaining as any of us. Toward the end, I told him that was the toad's first time to pick up a dulcimer. But he, toward the end, he says, I'm still interested in that toad. I got to know. When is that toad going to start playing with you ladies? So we had fun. We did. Do go to play at senior centers. They have a good time with you as well as you having a good time with them. Hey, we're doing Over the River and Through the Woods. Okay? You know your lines?
Over the river and through the wood.
Good boy. Good boy. Okay, little tiny introduction. Then he's going to sing a verse. I'll play a verse. He'll sing a verse. And then we're going to go back to the last 2 lines on the page there and do that one more time just as a wrap up. Okay. We're ready.
Over the river and through the wood to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh to the white and drifted snow. Over the river and through the wood, oh how the wind does blow. It stings the toes and bites the noses. Over the ground we go. is the pudding done? Hurrah for the pumpkin pie. Over the river and through the wood, oh how the wind does blow. It stings the toes and bites the noses. Over the ground we go.
Nice job.
See, just like the little guy says, Sandy Lick Mountain Dulcimer players, we told you we were good.
And that reminds me, do you know where Carol Crocker is this weekend?
No, where?
She's in New York playing at Carnegie Hall.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. I heard. Oh, I remember.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, yeah.
really, woohoo.
Whoop, yeah.
Okay, I am going to go across the pond because Jan and Hamish, it is nighttime for them, and they said, thank you for putting us on early, and I want you to finish before we put the mystery guest on so that you can feel like you can leave if you need to. But I appreciate you being here.
Thank you. After last week when we did rain and snow, I had a look for various variations and found this one. It was originally in E minor, but seeing as I'd been in D major for the other one, I put it into B minor. A couple of things about the tab. On the third line, there is a 4+. Yeah, you can play the 3 on the middle string instead. We're going to play it through 3 times, but the last time we play it, we miss the 4th line out and go straight to the bottom line.
Clear as mud.
Hopefully. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2. So this is where I change dulcimers.
So
Purely
that
because
was
of
the
4+.
that was the minor key.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the regular tuning, which is what you played last week, right?
Yes.
It is.
And I really like hearing them back to back because it gives you a sense of what the change in key does.
Yes, I've got the 4+ fret on my chromatic dulcimer, which is why I used that. Right. Oops. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
those high notes really lift it up. You know, you can just feel the whole thing rise. Yeah.
So hopefully the rain and snow has finished, but
Okay, and you've got one more song for us.
That's right, yeah.
yes, this is the time of year for wassailing, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
Is going around the local houses scrounging food and drink from them to celebrate the new year, basically. This is a Yorkshire version, but there are others available.
Yeah, the timing doesn't actually change. In the first section, up to the double bar line, each beat is divided into 3. In the second section, each beat is only divided into 2. But the steady 2 beats in the bar keeps going. So I hope that makes sense. Okay? 1, 2. Wassailing.
You know, the tricky part of that is changing the timing. You know, right? You just get into the swing of it, and then you're going back to 4/4 timing.
If you feel the first half in 2, it works.
Yeah. Well, so the C right here means common time, which is four.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 beats to a measure. Quarter note gets 1 beat. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I am going to stop my share because now we can go to our mystery guest spotlight. Cindy, can you put me in the spotlight for a second? There you go. Okay, so I have a really nice treat for you. Last week, I think it was last week, I sent an email to our friend Tull Glazener asking him if he had any interest at all in being a mystery guest for us. And he told me that he was having difficulty with his hands and he's not playing so much anymore, but he's still very active in the Dulcimer community. He's actually been active in the Dulcimer community since 1984, and he was my very first Dulcimer teacher. We went to a class that he was teaching, and we showed up with dulcimers that were not tuned, that didn't have the strings in the right place, and he had to help us get all straightened out. He's a very patient man and a very talented man, and I just wrote a couple of things. He adapts all kinds of music to the mountain dulcimer, jazz, waltzes. He has just taken all different genres of songs and created tab for them for the dulcimer. He's best known for multiple part ensemble music, like Jamie played one of his songs for us on that videotape where she had all those different parts. He produces music with all those different parts all the time. And now he even, aside from creating regular tab books, he creates custom books by design for different groups. You can go to his website and you can pick out 20 songs, any 20 songs that he's tabbed, and he'll put them together as a book for your group, which is pretty amazing. So not everybody has the same book, but you can buy books that other dulcimer groups have wanted. He is a big part of the Dulcimers for David. And I don't know if you know who David Schnoffer is, but he has passed away, and he had an incredible influence on the Dulcimer community. And after he passed, Tull got together with his family, and Tull produces one of David's songs and puts it on his website. He has the song, the tab, a video of David playing the song, and you are free to use, that's all copyrighted music, you're free to use the music that he has posted on his website. Pretty incredible and very generous of him. Anyway, I want to tell you that I have gone back into my treasure trove of videos, and I asked Tull, if you can't come and play for us, can I show one of your videos? And he said, what a great idea. I said, that was my plan B, and he loved it. So we are going to have a treat. We're going to see Tull from a 2021 video. And you might want to keep your dulcimers on your lap, because, let me just find him here. This is it right here. I have to remember now what I need to do. Okay, I need to get myself out of here. I need to share the screen with you the regular way. Whoops. Here, share. And you should see right now a big red question mark. And here is Tull Glazener.
Big reveal. Mystery guest, do you want to show us who you are?
I was trying to keep this mystery thing going, and then everybody's doing costumes, so I had to run out and get a costume real quick. And this is my chord wizard costume, and I have this top hat that has all the chord names on it. But when I try to put it on, it knocks off my overhead camera, so I can't put the hat on.
Oh, Tull, thank you so much for agreeing to come back to us. We always
Thank you so much for inviting me. This has just been wonderful. I've been kind of a mystery guest in the corner several weeks during this past year, and it's just a wonderful thing that you've been doing, Pat, and keeping the community together through this whole thing. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, you have a plan, I know, and I'm turning myself off.
I had one, and now it's just kind of gone out the window. For one thing, I can't keep these glasses on. I'm starting to get a headache. Well, I thought I would start with just playing through a couple of tunes here for you. So the theme is waltzes from around the world, or waltzing around the world. So I was going to start with a medley of some waltzes, two of them by a man named Pat Shaw, who was an English composer and dance master, and he wrote a tune called Margaret's Waltz. And I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to go into a Scottish waltz called Mrs. Jameson's Favorite, and then come back to Pat Shaw, another of his tunes called Nan's Waltz. Oops. Let's go ahead and do this. Well, thank you. I see a few hands waving up there. That's always nice to see. This next one I'm going to do for you is called Nikau Waltz, and that's spelled Nikau, Nikau. The Nikau is a kind of a palm tree, and it's a native tree in New Zealand. And this tune was written by a man named D.W. Quill, who was a classically trained composer and musician. And he was living in London at the time that he wrote this, and he wrote it to go along with a quadrille. I think somebody did 10-strike quadrille. Maybe it was Sean, I think, a few weeks ago. She talked about the quadrille is a real formalized dance, and it has 4 different movements, and there's different specific dance steps that you do in each movement. So he originally wrote this as part of a quadrille. And then when he got back to his native New Zealand, they weren't dancing quadrilles in New Zealand, so he reworked it into a waltz and added another part. So this actually has 5 parts, which is kind of hard to, and then, the order that you're supposed to play the parts is, you play the A part, and then you do 2 Bs, and then you do a D, and you jump back to C. I can't keep that straight, so I'm just going to play it straight through, and it's kind of long, so I'm just going to do it once. I'm going to maybe try to be brave here and try to call out the chords as I'm playing. If you guys would like to strum along, it's pretty standard chords. It's mostly just D, G, and A. There's one place where there's an E chord. So your D chord, of course, you could just strum open or do 002. This is my 2nd fret. I have a 1.5 fret. So right behind the dot is my 2nd fret. So you can do an 002 for a D chord, an 013 for your G, a 101 for the A. There's one place or a couple places where there's an E chord. You can just do a bar 1, 111, all 3 strings at that 1st fret. And I think there's one F sharp minor, and you can do that as a bar 2, 2, 2, 2. So I'll try to call these out as I'm playing this too. So this is Nikau Waltz. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention was in the 1920s, there was a government decree in New Zealand. This is now the official New Zealand waltz. 2, 1, 2, 3. D, G, back to D. A, back to D, G. Now here's the E, bar 1, D, A, D. Here's the 2nd part, D, A. Stay on the A, back to D, A. Stay on the A, D. 3rd part, stay on D, A. D, A, back to D. 4th part, A, D. E, bar 1, A. 5th part, A. D, F sharp, bar 2, G, E, bar 1, A, and D. A, D, G, E minor, bar 1, A, D. Yeah, it's a little bit of a chord workout, but it's a fun tune. It really is. It's not that difficult, and it's got 5 parts, and you just got to remember them. That's all. That's my problem.
So
The older I
Tull,
get, I can't remember.
somebody asked if you have a half fret on your first
Yes.
half fret on the
Yeah.
A string of the first.
I do.
I have
a partial fret down here on the middle string, because every once in a while you just got to have a B flat. And I took it to Ron Ewing. A lot of you probably know Ron, and asked him if he could put that little piece. I only wanted it under the middle string because I wasn't sure I could get used to a whole one. I don't want to do a chromatic dulcimer here. And Ron looked at me real serious, and he said, "Oh, I'm not sure I can do that, Tull." And I said, well, why not? Is there some technical reason that you can't just put a little piece of it? And he goes, "No, I just don't want to support men who won't commit." But I finally talked him into putting the whole thing on. So, I was going to do another one for you here. This one's in the key of G, and it probably has the way that I play this. It's got a lot of weird chords. I'm not going to try to call out the chords on this one. But it's a nice tune, and it's an international waltz, as it turns out. I didn't know this for years. We know it as Westphalia Waltz, but it started out life as a Polish folk tune called, let me see if I can pronounce this, Pytali She Pani, which sort of means because she asked, or something like that. It has actually a bunch of different names. There's another name for this tune in Polish that translates as the Dreamy Fish Waltz. And I won't try to pronounce it because literally it has no vowels. There are no vowels in that whole title, but it means the Dreamy Fish. And it was popular in this country. The Polish-American immigrants brought it, and they would play it and sing it in factories and farms and all over America. And there was a Texas fiddler of Polish-American descent named Steve Konoski, and he was playing at one time, and another fiddler down there named Cotton Collins, who was a well-known Texas fiddler, heard him play it and had him teach it to him. And he changed it a little bit to make it more of a country waltz and renamed it Westphalia because he was living in a little town in Texas called Westphalia, Texas. So that's where that name came from. Cotton later went on to become one of the fiddlers in the Bob Wills Band. And so it got a little bit more notoriety when he would play it with that group. And then Hank Thompson heard him play it one time, and then he recorded it for Capitol Records. I was back in the 50s, I think. And then it went national, went viral, as we say, I guess, from Hank Thompson's recording of it. So this is a Westphalia Waltz. I'm going to play it more like the Dreamy Fish Waltz, put a few more chords in it. And like I said, I'm not going to try to call out these chords, but you might hear them if you pay attention to the chord changes.
Tull, it is so awesome to be this close to your hands, your fingering, your strumming. Zoom is good for that. That's for sure.
I got a little distracted because I don't know if you can see that close. I've got these little red speckles all over my fretboard. This hat has got these shiny red things, and a lot of them kind of flaked off on my fretboard. And I looked down and I thought, what the heck is that? Well, Pat, do you have a couple of those things I sent you?
Yes,
just
I
this
do.
morning?
I do. But I have
Let's go
one
ahead
question.
and,
One quick question for you. When you strum, you don't always strum in the same place. You come up the fret and up the fretboard and down the fretboard.
Yeah. You can get a
sound?
lot of you can get a lot of different tones. The further back you go toward the bridge, it kind of gets thinner and bitier sounding, and you get really a deeper, more mellow tone the further up the fretboard you come. So if you want to, get some dynamics in your playing, you kind of vary that. There's a tune that I've been playing for years. Is one of the Bach minuets, Hey, which happens to be another waltz, and it's kind of a call and response. You play the phrase, and then and then that phrase echoes. It was supposed to be like two harpsichords across the courtyard from each other. So you play the one phrase in the normal strumming part, and then the echo. So you just kind of vary it back and forth. So it's an easy way to put some dynamics into your playing.
That is so cool. Okay, I'm sharing my screen so that people get your music, and they're going to want to get their dulcimers out for sure.
Yeah, let's take a look at St. Anne's Waltz first.
Okay, that's coming.
And that's a two-page. That's a two-page thing.
I got it.
So musicians have been doing this for years. You can take like any old fiddle tune, and a lot of them have really pretty melodies, but sometimes when you play it at the speed of light, you wouldn't know it because they go by so fast. So if you slow them down and recycle them into waltzes or airs or something, I know Lori does this a lot. I've heard her do this with some fiddle tunes. And St. Anne's Waltz, which is from St. Anne's Reel, of course, is another one of these tunes that it really is a gorgeous melody, and you can slow it down, maybe add a couple extra chords. So I've added a couple chords in the B part of this one. The B part's on the second page when you get to that, Pat. There's an E minor and a B minor that pop up here and there in the B part of this St. Anne's Waltz. So I'm going to play it. We'll do it kind of slow. I'll call out the chords. If you just want to strum backup chords, you can do that. If you want to try to follow along with the tab, you're welcome. Oh, by the way, this is a lot of you know that I post a free tab on my website every month, and this happened to be the free tab for this month, and it's still available out there. There's a sound file there. If you want to, if it's easier for you to practice with the sound file, you can get that there as well. So this is St. Anne's Waltz. Slowly. I'll try to keep it slow here. D, G, D, G, D, A, sorry, G. Let's do that first page again. G, D, stay on the D, G, A, D. Now the second page. E minor, bar 1, A, D, B minor, 2 and 0, E minor, bar 1, A, D. Back to the first page. G, D, G, A, D. Second page, B part. E minor, R1, A, D, B minor, 210, E minor, bar 1, A, D. One more time, back to the first page. G, D, G, A, D. Second page, E minor, bar 1, A, D, B minor, 210, E minor, bar 1, A, and D.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, you can take any of those old fiddle tunes. Soldier's Joy is another great one to do that with. I think I've heard Lori do Old Joe Clark Waltz and several others like that. So yeah, just take any of those tunes and slow them down, add one extra beat per measure, and you got it.
So you do want to do the other one, Tull, right?
Well, I was going to ask, I don't know how we're doing on time, Pat,
Yes,
really.
yes. We want you to do the other one. We don't want to let
Okay.
you go when we have you here. I mean, really, it's not even up for discussion.
Well, yeah, so I've got, this is an old Scottish waltz called My Own Home, and I sent two versions of it to Pat. There's a basic version that is just straight D, G, and A chords. And we're going to start with that, and we'll just play this through a couple of times, just the basic version. And then maybe we'll switch and do what I call the enhanced version, which adds a couple more chords. It adds that E minor and B minor again, puts some seventh chords in there. But you can, the nice thing about doing these extra chords is they're all kind of related, like the minors are the related minors to the chords that were there originally. So not everybody has to be doing them at the same time. Somebody can just play the straight DGA version, and then someone else can start adding some of those related minor chords. And it works because, you know, as the name implies, they're related, and so it just kind of gives it a little more texture to the sound a little bit. So I'll start with just the basic melody, and again, I'm going to call out these chords. If you can read the tab on the screen and want to do that, you're welcome. If you'd like to just strum the backup chords, just do that. So, My Own Home Waltz. Give you 3 beats and 2 more. 3 beats and 1 more. The pickups start on B2. 1, 2, 3, 1. D, G, D. This is the first ending. A, back to the top. D, G, D, A, and D. Now the B part. G, G, D, stay on the D. First ending of the B. A, back to the B, G, D, G, D. A, second ending, D. Back to the very top. Let's do this basic version again. G, D, A. Now go back to the beginning. G, G, D. Second ending. the B part. Starts on G. D. Back to G. Back to D. First ending, A. Now go back to the B part. G. D. G. D. Jump down to the second ending. A. Right here. And D. Now do the second page. Second page. D7 to G. Back to D. Now first ending B minor. E minor. And now A. Back to the top. D. D7 to G. D. Second ending A. D. D7. Now B part. G. D. G. And D. Now B minor. First ending. E minor. Now the A. Back to the B. G. D. G. D. Second ending A. D. Back to the top. D7 to G. D. B minor. E minor. Now A. Back to the top. D. D7. G. D. Second ending A. D. D7. G. This is the B part. D. G. D. Now B minor. E minor to A. Back to the B. G. D. G. D will end it this time. A and D.
Tull, that was awesome. Would you mind if I took this music and put it in my Dropbox so that people?
No, I was going to ask. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Both this and the St. Anne's. Put them both in the Dropbox, and everyone can get them from there.
Right, because not everybody knows how to get them off your website, and I think they know. They know how to get stuff out of the Dropbox. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. You'll have to make sure you read all the chats. People love you, Tull.
Okay.
They do. They love you. So, did you have anything else you wanted to do, or?
I can play and call out chords all day, but you've got song leaders here, and I don't want to run out of time for that.
We do have song leaders.
So let's go on. Let's go on and do the next people, and then if there's some time at the end, I can do maybe one more at the end or something. I'll stick around.
Oh, thanks, Tull. Thanks a bunch. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the schedule a little bit. I saw that Dennis is here, and I know that Dennis is not available for the. So that was the end of our Tull. Now let me see if I can get myself out of here. Yay, I did it. Okay, and I stopped the share. That was fun, wasn't it? To see him and to hear him. He is such a good player, such a nice man. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm coming, Ginny and Ken. I'm coming. Share, I have to go the other way. Okay. There you are. I just so love seeing him and talking to him, and we really miss him. Those of us who knew him, just knew him when he was teaching widely. I mean, I hear he's teaching at Quarantine. I have no idea what he's doing at Quarantine, but I don't think it's playing. I think it's more instructional. But I'll have to look that up. Anyway, take it away, Ginny and Ken.
Okay, well, for Jingle Bells, It's the same version we looked at last week, but it has multiple parts, but I'm only going to be playing the melody part, so you only need the first page for us here. And we'll play it through a couple times, and I'll just count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the next song we're going to do is Snowdrop. I picked it because it has the word snow in it, but Snowdrop actually refers to a beautiful little white flower that's the first thing to bloom in my garden in the spring, and it actually pushes its way up through the snow and blooms while there's still a little bit of snow on the ground, and I usually see that come April. So I always look forward to that. This arrangement's by Tull Glazener, and I want to thank him for his permission to use it today. And we'll play it through a couple times. I'll just note there are 3 parts to them, and each one repeats. So count you in here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, that was that was quick speed. Somebody commented that Jingle Bells had a speedy horse too, but you were raring to go today. And I was delighted that it was a Tull Glazener song. I really thought that was great, coming on the heels of him being our mystery guest.
I love this tab. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, we'll slow things down a lot with Finlandia. And I guess in the winter time, sometimes on those cold winter nights, I just like to play something that's slow and does sort of feel still and quiet. And we'll play this through several times, and I'll just give you a very, very short introduction.
Oh, Ginny, that was beautiful. And it's here's a simple tab, and you made $1,000,000 out of it. You're really, really beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, we are going to Connecticut, where it's snowing.
I moved my am I muted still?
Yeah.
No, I'm not muted. Yeah, I turned my screen a little bit so you could see. That's what it looks like outside. Very, very pretty. So just heard two of my favorite songs, Finlandia, beautifully played, and Tull Glazener's Westphalia Waltz. Years ago, when I first started playing, I came across a free download of that, and it was very challenging. And I did struggle through it, but I couldn't find it, so I had to download it again. I bought it again, and I've been playing it ever since. So it was so nice to revisit that song. So I'm going to do In the Bleak Midwinter as a medley with a song called O Sanctissima, which is a hymn, a Catholic hymn. And I heard this arrangement by a piano player. She put out a holiday CD, and she had put these two together. And I said, well, that will just sound beautiful in Dulcimer. So that's what I put together. And so I play In the Bleak Midwinter first through, and then I go and I play O Sanctissima, and then I go back to the beginning. So that's my arrangement. So, all right. So you can hear me okay, Pat? I move things around a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, good. I had struggled so much with my camera today, just getting the right. And I'm not singing, so you're just gonna see my fretboard. So, okay.
Carolyn, that was gorgeous.
I love that song.
Yes, the two of them together were just outstanding.
Yes, I can't take all I can take credit for is realizing it was a good arrangement.
Yeah, it was a good arrangement. Yes, and it's nice that we have the tab now.
Yes, yeah,
yeah,
so
we
you
can
do
enjoy it too.
It's you want to extend beautiful songs like that, and playing In the Bleak Midwinter over several times is fine, but adding a whole other song to it and then coming back,
yeah,
it makes it even nicer.
Yeah.
So.
You have another one too.
This next song is a perfect example of tab being just a suggestion. So I tabbed this. I'd heard the song and then I tabbed it based on a fiddle arrangement that I heard. And then I played my arrangement with some people that had another arrangement. It was a little different, but it all came together at the end. So this may be, if people are familiar with this song, they may think this is a little different, and it is. So vive la différence, right? So I'm going to play this as tabbed, 2A, 2B, And then I'm going to go back and play the A part once. The second time I play the A part, I'm going to move the melody to the bass string to change it up a little bit. So, Cold Frosty Morn. Here we go. Oh, I can change my camera. There it is, okay. There you go.
Another beautiful song. Thank
you.
you. So full of beautiful songs. Somebody wrote, Jean Cunningham wrote, "Oh, Carolyn, I feel peace in my heart."
Thanks, Jean.
Okay, we are moving along. And look at this. We're going to Florida. We've been to Wales. We've been to Connecticut. We've been out to upstate New York. And now we're back in Florida.
It felt like upstate New York or maybe Connecticut this morning, but then as Florida, you know that it's freezing in the morning and then it's 78 in the afternoon.
Is it 78 now? Yeah.
Roughly. So, what Carolyn just spoke about as tab as a suggestion is so true. Last week I played Cold Frosty Morning. Now, Carolyn learned it from a fiddler, and I learned it from a mandolin player. And as you heard me say last week, it was at a bathhouse at Stephen Foster State Park at about 2 a.m. And they were wailing away on it. And just to elaborate on that more, Jean sent me for the tune that she played earlier, she sent me a YouTube clip of some guys who were playing in a pub. And it might have been beer-inspired music, we don't know. And so I tabbed suggestion, I tabbed what I heard them play. But yet, when we were in our Friday session, one of our wonderful players, Carolyn, in the Friday session, had a whole other take on that tune, playing it in B minor. So it's just wonderful how tunes travel based on the ears that hear them and present them differently. So this first tune is called When the Wind is in the East. Now I'm going to change my camera to here. Hopefully it behaves. There it is. That looks okay. Slide back a little. All right, I'm at capo 4 right now, and I totally tabbed this at capo 4 because I'm going to sing it. I could never possibly sing it in the key of D. And let me just play the melody so you get a hold of it. And then you go to the middle. I'm going to play chords when I sing this. And so an A chord, 6.5/00, an E chord, 5/05, and a D chord, 7/5/0. When the wind is in the east, it's neither good for man or beast. It's neither good for man or beast. When the wind is in the west, the corn and clover grow the best. The corn and clover grow the best. When the jolly north wind blows, it brings the cold and drifting snows. There, I finally worked the theme for today. Brings the cold and drifting snows. It brings the cold and drifting snows. When the gentle south wind blows, the flowers their petals all unclose. The flowers their petals all unclose. Cute little song. I did this back in September when the theme was wind. So I might be playing it again in the spring when the theme is flowers. Get used.
Laura, you said that you found these songs.
Yes, let me switch back. There's a great little website. It's called Beth's Notes, BETH' Notes. And she's a music educator, and it has a huge variety of songs, a variety of themes. And that's my go-to place first. I see if I can find something there. Of course, not everything is in the key of D. And so you look at it and you go, I think I can make that into the key of D or A or G, depending on what I want to do with it. So it's just give it a look and find something and play around with it. And you'll be pleased at what you can get off that wonderful website. Okay. And that one, When the Wind is in the East, I got that from that website. And the next one, It Snows in the Night, that also came from that website. Now I'm going to move my capo down to 1. I like E minor. I like E minor a bunch. I love capo 1. And which is why I put Jean's tune in capo 1, because it's very adaptable. Now, I'm going to play this a couple of different ways. Here we go. I love so many songs that I picked up when I was doing some research on my Ukrainian book, and this just kind of speaks like those songs do. I'm going to add a few chords. my son was talking about taking his kids out to go find snow. And my comment was, I love the sound of snow. It just makes everything around so quiet. It's just nothing's happening. You don't hear any cars. It's just silence. And I love that. Don't get much of that around here. It did snow here in 1977, I remember once. And now the next one I did not get from Beth's notes, although it might be there. I didn't find it. This is from the 1982 Episcopal hymnal, Venite Adoremus is the title of the tune. It's the tune name. It might be named other things, but the tune name is Venite Adoremus. So I hope you enjoy playing this along with me. I'm going to take it slowly and then pick it up just a smidge. Change my camera. Oops, it's not a minor song. There we go. The snow lay on the ground, the stars shone bright, when Christ our Lord was born on Christmas night. Venite adoremus Dominum, venite adoremus Dominum. One more time. You have to kind of let your left hand dance when you do this. About that. Cute. So that's Venite Adoremus. And before you leave me on the spotlight, I have my Alabama Folk School shirt on for a reason. And if you know anybody who wants to take a from scratch, never had a dulcimer on their lap before class, join me at the Alabama Folk School, February 20 through 22nd. Tell your friends that have watched you play and say, gee, I wish I could play that. Well, spend the weekend with Laurie and you'll have an immersive experience. Okay, Pat, back to you. Thanks for letting me throw in an advertisement.
Thanks, Laurie. Thanks for doing 3 songs for me this week. Well, and tabbing and no frills and.
Well, Pat, I just have to say before you leave, it's fun to have the theme because it really does expand those of us who write tab. It expands us because we go, oh, well, I don't have a song for that. Let me go find a song and tab it up. Yeah. And then for other people to search out. So I love the theme. It really does just give us more to look at.
Yeah, pushes us along. I do too. Yeah. Okay, Francie and Jane, you're mute. Oh, no, now you're not. You're unmuted. Okay. And you've got Are Ye Sleepin' Maggie? This is a Dennis Harris song.
Yes. Thanks to Dennis. Beautiful song. I love the words. So if you read the words there, it's really neat. So Jane's going to play a little intro. We're going to play the song twice. It's very slow, so you can follow. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis.
Beautiful, really, really beautiful. Now let's go hear from Dennis himself in the flesh. There he is.
Oh, I'm just loaded with chills. That was marvelous.
It was
Just
beautiful,
marvelous.
yeah.
Thank you for playing that. Okay, we're down to identical snowflakes.
Dennis, that was so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, and that's an original. I wrote that in the chat to remind people that you wrote that.
I did that.
Yeah, beautiful, really beautiful. And you have another one for us.
Yes. I'm going to go perk things up now. So the capo needs to go on 3 for this. It sounds nice when it's in D, but it can't be sung very well in D. And it has a nice little pattern to it. It goes. That one. And rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. Call all hands to man the capstan, see the cable running clear, heave away, and with a wheel, boys, for our homeland we will steer, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. Round Cape Horn one frosty morning, here it ties into today's theme, and our sails were full of snow. Clear your sheets and sway your halyards, set her around and let her go, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. Fare thee well, ye Spanish ladies, we must now bid you adieu. Happy times we spend together, happy times we spent with you, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. Downward, eastward, ever eastward, to the rising of the sun, homeward, homeward, ever homeward, to that land where I was born, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. Many thousand miles before us, many thousand more to go. There's a hearty welcome waiting in that land remembered shore, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee. Now the wake we leave behind us seems to know the way we go. There's a hearty welcome waiting in that land to which we go, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea, rolling home to Caledonia, rolling home, dear land, to thee.
Another great song, Dennis. Really, really good. We are
Thank
down
you.
to 2 minutes, and I do not think, knowing myself, I do not think I can go and play a song in 2 minutes. But I'm going to hold this for next week. I've done this for you before, so let me let you all leave on time. And thank you, everybody, song leaders especially, because this could not have happened without you. Let me stop my share. And let's see, I have to go and put you in gallery view. Hey, there you are. Listen, it was a wonderful day for a good afternoon for bad weather. And I want you all to say thanks, Carolyn, for coming in. Thanks, Jean, for going out on a limb. I can't name you all, but thank you all for coming. And Francie and Jane, I'll see you next week, and you can make things in a minor, from major to minor. There's a lot of leeway in that. So take good care. I'm going to go watch the game. No, I don't. Take care, you guys. Yay, Arizona. See, stop, record.